free now, so let's be free now. I ain't gonna let the devil win, nah, never. I ain't gonna let the devil in, nah, never. Feel worried, that's the devil at work. On God, I'ma put him in the dirt, in the dirt, in the dirt. I ain't gonna let the devil win, nah, never. I ain't gonna let the devil in, nah, never. Feel worried, that's the devil at work. On God, I'ma put him in the dirt.
Today, what we are going to do is we are going to break down each different Hangout League location. I feel like there's a clip from Kent Murphy where he's like, we're going to break it down from a fundamental standpoint.
That's us today.
And so today we're going to break down the Hangout League locations from a fundamental standpoint. All right, so before we get started, make sure that you follow us and share this. That is really important. That is very helpful to us. Also, shout out, as always, to our sponsors, Rawlings. We are a Rawlings endorsed Collegiate Summer League, and also shout out to Pop Athletics. We're currently in Dallas, Texas at the Pop Athletics podcast studio. It's an awesome facility ran by a former major league pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Super awesome. So shout out to them.
Shawnzy.
Yep. Sugar Sean.
Shout out to Sugar Sean Shawnzy.
That's right. Sorry, I was doing an inside joke. Let's get going. All right, so we're going to talk about each location. So first of all, Dustin, can you explain exactly what you get for the Louisiana location? What is it? What are the offerings? Talk about it.
Short answer, 5 consecutive weekends. You'll play 3 games a weekend. Your roster, you're going to be in our team with a roster of 15 to 17 guys. Pitching will heavily depend on that. The last weekend will be a Friday night playoff game. So it'll be a single elimination playoff. And then Saturday night we'll have a home run derby and an all-star game. And the championship would wrap us up on Sunday. So it's 4 weeks of consecutive, 4 consecutive weeks of weekend baseball. So we play Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Shreveport. And then that 5th weekend we'll have a playoff, home run derby, all-star game. We offer housing. We've talked about this in previous episodes. We have host housing. We won't get too far into that, but very well rated, very well reviewed. All the guys love it. We have more returners to the Shreveport. The guys that are housed and stay in our housing option in Shreveport, we have more returners ratio than anywhere.
What is the cost of the league and what's the cost of the housing?
Oh, well, I wasn't prepared to spit numbers, but I can pull.
We don't have to. I mean,
this is 9 years of doing it, so they've changed over the years, and I don't want to misquote.
While he's looking for that, I will say one thing. He just said that the people who are returning the most for housing generally come back and want to stay with our host houses again. And I think the reason for that is because one thing that our league does really well is we are a really good league for building relationships. And whenever you come to the Hangout League, be it in Louisiana or Pensacola, Dallas, whatever, all of our players who get housed build relationships, either with the people they're living with, people down the row, or whatever. And so it's all about relationships. One of the reasons the Hangout League thrives and shines is because of the relationships that we encourage to build and the relationships that get built. But anyways, Dustin has some numbers here for me.
Yeah, so and I can kind of give you a rundown of what that covers. So our position player fee in Shreveport is $8.95 this year. PO fee is $5.95. Housing is an additional expense. It's $7.95. So what do you get with your player fee? Like I said, 5 weekends of baseball, 3 games a weekend. Starting June 12th, we'll finish up on July 12th. Included in that player fee, you have access to DBAT Shreveport. It's an indoor training facility. I think they have 12 or 15 cages, bullpens, pitching machines, the full 9. So full comprehensive indoor facility. We also have a ChristFit gym. It's where we'll be hosting our check-in this year.
Super cool.
So they'll be doing a devotional over there. It'll be where you'll get your jersey. You'll meet your coach. It's just check-in, meet and greet.
Yeah.
And so that's included in your fee also. So you have a place to work out, a place to hit, throw bullpens, train, and you play games Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the weekends.
Cool. All right, we're going to move on now to Florida.
Yes.
which is where the Hangout League got its namesake. Tell us about Florida. What's special about it?
What's special about it, in short, it is the fastest growing collegiate summer league of all time.
What?
Yeah, so we don't have a plaque for that yet, but we should,
We totally should.
soon. It's grown like wildfire. We had 6 teams in 2023. We had 13 teams this past year in 2025. So that's thanks to you, Chris, the whole team, a lot of networking, and just putting our heart and soul into it, man. Like that's the bottom line. We love doing this, and I think that's why we're successful at it. And I humbly speaking, but I really do think, God willing, it's going to keep growing, and I just think we really love it. So let's get into it. Pensacola, player fee is $12.50, pitcher only fee $6.95, hangout in housing $8.50, on campus housing at UWF will be $1,500. So prices are a little bit more inflated than last year. We had to go up just because they go up on us, we got to go up. So
Absolutely.
but with that, we have added some things that we haven't had in the past. So we have a new indoor facility we'll have access to, and this checks every box, this place alone. So Pipeline Sports Performance will be our indoor training facility for Hangout Florida. All of our players will have access to it. It includes complete indoor training facility, weights, bullpens, cages, and more. You'll have basically, is it a key fob on your phone? You'll have access. Yeah, Bluetooth access 7 days a week. I mean, they can go whenever they want, right? Yeah, it's wide open access. So from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yeah, so pretty much whenever you want. So that's a game changer. On off days,
sure.
if these kids, if your players, if they want to lift, which a lot of people do, and in the past we've had to send them to local gyms, just because it was kind of tough for us to navigate. But now that we have Pipeline Sports, I mean, like I said, they check every box, and
Absolutely.
that's awesome. So they can hit, work out, full 9. Pensacola is a little bit shorter, so it's May 25th to June 28th. It's 5 weeks. I say it's a little bit shorter. It's been 4 weeks in the past, 5 weeks this year. So you'll play 3 to 4 games a week, depending on the week. You might have a shorter week, you might have a longer week. All of our games are hosted at Pensacola State and University of West Florida. And then just like all of our other locations, we'll have an all-star game, home run derby, single elimination playoffs, and then what you're playing for is championship at Blue Wahoo Stadium. So if you make it to the championship game is at Pensacola Blue Wahoos, and the final round of the home run derby. So if you make it to the final round of the home run derby, you're hitting into the ocean. I mean, it's pretty cool.
How many people can say they've hit a bomb at a pro baseball stadium?
Again, a very short list.
Very few.
So it's really cool. It's something you probably won't ever get to do ever again. It's something I never got to do. I never even played on a minor league field. So it's a beautiful park. I think it's rated best ballparks in minor league baseball several years consecutive. But yeah, that's Hangout Florida. Hangout Inn, that's where most of the players will be staying. It's a very, for lack of a better word, lively environment that a lot of our players, umpires, coaches all stay at. And then you also have an option to stay on campus if you want a little more polished, but it is more expensive if you would like to stay on campus at UWF.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll play 3 to 4 games a week, Monday through Saturday, typically. So you might play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You might play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. You'll have different variations of off days and game days.
Cool. Before we move on to the next location, real quick, how far away are you from the beach at each of our housing spots?
You are Chris, correct me if I'm wrong on this, you're no further than 20 minutes from the beach, depending on where you're staying. Not only that, you are right in the middle of everywhere you'll be going. So if you're on campus or at Hangout Inn, you're right in between. If you're at UWF, you're at one of your host sites, or you're 12 minutes from Pensacola State, which is the other host site, or you're like 8 minutes from the Hangout Inn if you want to go hang out, and you're like, I think 12 minutes from Pipeline. So I mean,
Nice.
you're in a circle.
What a vibe.
Right
I think I've said what a vibe on every episode of this podcast so far, but like that's the best thing to say. It is definitely
put it on
a vibe.
shirt backwards.
Hashtag what a vibe.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, so I mean, you're in a tourist town, a beach town.
Yeah.
Carson, Chris was saying for transportation purposes, you know, you can rent scooters, but more than likely, if you don't have a car or you're coming with a friend, one of the two of the friends will have a car, or we'll put you and a roommate together. If you're say you're coming alone, coming as a single, we'll put you in a room, and then you guys will typically try to get you on the same team, but sometimes that gets a little tricky. But I'm telling you, like after the first night, you will have figured out who your rides are going to be, you know, how you're getting to games, who you're going to be. So that comes together. Usually, like I said, after one night, they pretty well got it figured out. An airport, you know, like we help navigate
Yeah.
rides to and from the airport and whatnot.
All right, next location, Texas. Tell me about Texas.
I think it would be better if you told me about Texas, but I'm looking at everything, so I'll hit the raw details. You can hit the more personal stuff. Sound
Perfect.
good?
Go for it.
All right, so position player fee $9.95, pitcher only $5.95, housing $13.50. Dates June 8th through July 6th. Same as in Florida, 3 to 4 games a week. On-campus housing would be at UT Dallas. That's our only option in Dallas. And just like Florida, we have a new indoor facility that blows out of the water, kind of what we've had in the past. Like we said at the beginning, Pop Athletics is going to be our indoor facility. They have weights, cages, bullpens, outdoor turf infield, indoor turf, of course, outdoor cages, indoor cages, and so many other things. Like right here in this hallway, red light, sauna, which I think might be an additional ticket. So we'll get some details on that. But if you want it or you need it, it is available here. I mean, like I said, this is a world class space.
It really is.
I mean, it has a podcast room right here in the lobby.
Yeah.
So it has everything a baseball player. And not only that, it has stuff that I've never even seen before, and training equipment. I've never, like, we had to be spoon fed. Like,
He's got
what
a
is it?
treadmill here that you can attach yourself to, and then you can increase the incline. You can increase the incline to like run uphill, like severely uphill, but like you're attached to something hanging from the roof so that like you don't fall over.
He said there's a very close correlation to your threshold of how much of an incline you can run at and how hard you throw. Anyone
so
who has
if-
like a power arm is able to run at an like exceptional incline.
Yeah, so here's your piece of advice for today. If you're wanting to throw harder, do some uphill sprints, run some stadiums.
Well, and in the past we've had training classes where you could show up once a week to do like get a training experience with trainers, world class trainers, which is very valuable. But we decided this year it would be more valuable for our players to have pretty much exclusive access to a facility to do all these things on. If they want to, if they already have a workout plan, or we provide one, we have one also. Whether it be a throwing program or a lifting program, we have that through the Hangout League. But they'll be able to come on their time, lift, hit, take ground balls, throw bullpens, all of it. And they have world class trainers here
True.
too. So that's one thing I'll say. Since we began doing this, like we've always, especially in Dallas, sought out the most, you know, the best of the best. Like we wanted to have the best facilities, you know, the best everything that we possibly could. If they're offering it and it's available, we're trying to get that for our guys. So yeah, Pop Athletics. If you haven't heard about it, haven't seen it, look it up. We'll be posting actually a video. Trent's working on a video right now, isn't he, Chris? Yeah. Okay. And it's open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5.
Great spot.
So basically, on your off days, you got a place to come train, or you can even come hit before your games.
One thing about Dallas, so I've been the league director at Dallas the past 2 years. I helped really get it kick-started. That's kind of how I segued into my job here at the Hangout League. One thing about baseball here in Dallas is that there are several summer baseball leagues here in Dallas. I'm not going to name them. I'm sure they're great people. But one thing that we try to do here is we try to provide the best experience that we can. So like one thing, I mean, I know there are leagues around the country who don't play music, don't have walkout songs. Maybe they don't bring water. We try to have the full experience for you. We want to make
every
sure
game's a home game.
every game's a
That's
home
how I
game.
like to. I want it to feel.
Yeah, and this is a league built for players by players, and so we know that it's a vibe. Say that again. My wife's gonna think I'm an idiot for continuing to say that on this podcast, but we know that it's a vibe to have your walkout song, dude. We have had players send us some crazy walkout songs over the course of our careers here with the Hangout League, and it's part of the experience. It's part of the fun, and so we really try to be the premier summer baseball experience.
To add to that, it's a pay-to-play league.
Mhm.
Pretty much most leagues are, unless you're getting invited to play in a Premier League. If you are, great opportunity. But one of the most valuable things playing with us, a pay-to-play league, we're not stacking 40 guys on a roster and playing
100%.
the same amount of games. We might even play a few less games, but we have significantly less players on our roster because we're guaranteeing playing time. And we do not want to get a phone call saying, hey, I paid this money to play in y'all's league and, I'm not getting to play, or my son's not getting to play. That is the last thing we want. That's why we only put 17 players, depending on the league, on a team.
And the coaches know that too, by the way. Like we make sure
we
that
brief
we
the coaches on that.
brief the coaches on that, and we enforce that too. I mean, obviously, people are people. People make mistakes, and over the course of how many years has this league been a thing?
It'll be year 9, and
Over the course of year 9, there's obviously been a couple of times that coaches have tried to not play players, and we get in there and we correct the coaches, and we make sure that coaches are doing their jobs. Shout out to our coaches. We have some great coaches. Very rarely does that ever happen. Maybe a couple times in the history of the Hangout League. But if it were to happen, just
we're
rest
on your
assured,
side.
we are on the player's side.
Yeah.
We want to make, because it's pay to play, we want to make sure that you're getting the best experience and getting the most playing time. And like I said, all of our coaches know that. Our coaches are great people. They're going to help you. They're going to put you where you need to be in the roster. We love our coaches.
One
But,
thing
yeah.
we missed, Carson wanted to add, was about the juiced baseballs.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, so real quick story before we move on from Texas. We had I want to say the first week of the Hangout League in Dallas this past year. I want to say we had 9 home runs in the first week, and that is because we were using baseballs from a company that.
We're using baseballs we've never used before.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say we were using baseballs we've never used before. Them suckers were juiced. I'm talking. We measured. We didn't realize that when we got them, but we measured.
We ran them on TrackMan.
On
Shreveport.
TrackMan, yeah, in Shreveport, and they were flying off the bat. And so you never know. We might sneak a juice ball in there, and you may never know. You might, you might
An
be one with the nine.
umpire I overheard say the juiced ball league.
Yes, I have heard.
I don't know if that's the worst thing to be known for,
I
or
agree.
a good thing, but
If you're a pitcher, though, know that we don't use juice balls anymore.
we had hit twice as many home runs in 1 week in Dallas than we had. Florida was already in their second, or been through 2 weeks, and had not hit as many home runs as Dallas hit in the first week.
Yep. But anywho,
But yeah, that's a good time to make a comment that we're endorsed by Rawlings. We're using Rawlings
yes,
baseballs
definitely,
moving forward,
100%.
which are plenty juice himself.
For sure. All right,
Um,
let's move on to.
last thing.
last thing.
We play all of our games at UT Dallas and Dallas College Eastfield. We also are going to have an all-star game, home run derby in Dallas, and our championship is at Frisco Rough Rider Stadium, which we mentioned earlier.
Yep.
You win the championship, or if you win the home run derby, you get to jump in the Lazy River. Short list of people that's gotten to do that, so
Absolutely.
it's pretty cool. That's one of those things, you're going to pay to play in a league. We want to give you the best reason to choose us, and that's booking the Frisco Rough Riders every year. We don't have to do that. We want to do that because that's, so many memories, so many good memories come from that. So that's why we do it. We're trying to give you the best reason to choose us if you're going to pay to play summer ball.
All right, moving on to our newest location that has not happened yet. It is happening this summer for the first time. We're going to SoCal, and we're going to have a league in San Diego. Tell us about it.
I'm super excited about San Diego. If you know me at all, you can probably come to a conclusion that these leagues are just starting to pop up in places that I enjoy going
Absolutely.
and hanging out. And I think we can all agree with that. we want to go places where other people want to go. You know, we want to go hang out down at the beach in Florida. We're from Shreveport, so you know that's where we started. That's home. Dallas Fort Worth is huge area, and we talked about for multiple years coming here, and the right time we did, and now this is a fun one. San Diego is a fun one. Like I don't think I've ever been as excited for a location. West Coast, we're tapping into a whole new side. And so position player fees, same as Dallas, same as Florida, $9.95. Pitcher only is a little bit cheaper, $4.95. On campus housing is $12.95 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
2 beds per room.
2-bed room in an on-campus apartment, and then we have a single bedroom. Basically, that means whether you have 2 beds or 1 bed in your apartment room is the difference in price. So $12.95 for a 2-bed per room, $17.95 for a single bed. Obviously, California housing is a little bit more expensive. So
honestly, I think that's an incredible deal. We are so lucky that Cal State San Marcos has given us the opportunity to have such a great deal.
That 2-bed room is that's the sweet spot. I mean, if it were me, that's what I'd go with because I just think it's worth it. Dates June 18th through July 15th, 4 games a week. All games will be at Cal State San Marcos. We'll have an all-star game, home run derby, playoffs, championship series. Championship game, I don't have that locked in yet, but we do. I will say we are following up with San Diego State as a potential championship game.
Shout out to the Aztecs.
Yeah, you get to play at Aztec Stadium. I think it's I don't know. But it's San Diego State. It'll be a cool field.
Man, if they wouldn't have lost to Hawaii, they might have had a shot in the college football playoff as the 12th seed. Anyways, continue.
Dang, that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, it's a whole nother podcast. We'll get there.
So yeah, we're working on a championship site for San Diego. But what I'll say the most mesmerizing thing about San Diego is obviously if you've been to Southern California, you know. But if you haven't, man, it's just a magical place. Cal State, San Marcos is sitting, on the side of a mountain, and you're like you're elevated on campus, and so you can see like off into the distance, like towards the beach, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's sunny. The weather's perfect. The campus is beautiful. The most beautiful campus I've ever stepped on, and it was just a no-brainer. And those guys have been super helpful and eager to work with us. So that's another important thing when you have a coaching staff that you're hosting at that wants to be a part of it and are excited about it. And they are excited about it. They said they need something, like this in San Diego, and so that's even better. So I will say if you played in our leagues in the past and you're looking for something new, come out to San Diego because we're putting on the same experience. We're just doing it in a new location. If maybe you've experienced our Pensacola, our Shreveport, or our Dallas already, I would encourage you to try a different one because it's what you're gonna get, but as far as the experience, it's all new. It's a different experience depending on where you go, and that's just as much as part of the baseball, the experience.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, having a fun college summer baseball experience. I did it, and it to this day is the most fun I've had playing baseball, and the best summer of my life was playing with 2 of my best friends.
I mean, how many people can say that they finished their let's say you're a third baseman. How many people can say they played third base and went 2 for 4, and then a couple hours later went and put on their swimsuits and jumped in the water and caught a wave 20 minutes down the road? I mean,
you can surf in Pensacola and San Diego. So
I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother. I could go into pros and cons of each location. Obviously, Shreveport isn't going to be as flashy, but like the testimonies we've gotten from players in Shreveport, the return rate of players from all over the place. Like Colby's played with us for 3 years. He's from San Diego, was playing college ball in San Diego, came down to Louisiana in 2023, I think. Came back two more years after that. So like he just had such a good experience and like enjoyed coming. That like he was like, oh, I'm gonna come back, and then he came back
Yeah.
another time. So yeah, and then Dallas. Dallas is huge. You can surf in Dallas too. I don't know. There's not a beach, but like you can literally do anything in Dallas.
I do
just
think there
'cause-
is a like a wake surfing park in Waco or something like that.
Oh,
which
there
is
is.
like an
There
hour
is.
away from Dallas. So hey,
Yeah, there is. So they all have their perks.
and as we are about to wrap up here, I would just probably conclude by saying something that I said at the very beginning of the podcast, which is relationships. It's all about relationships. It's all about the people you meet. We try to obviously have competitive baseball. Obviously, we want you to get your reps in. We want you to have good experience. But with that experience, we think that we provide an experience that allows you to build some good quality relationships. And I mean, that's what's important anyways. That is what is key
I
to
still
your
have
success in baseball, but also in life, man. How many people out there, I wonder, are doing something in their life, in their 20s and their 30s, because of someone they met at a college summer league? I know we're not the only one, but we try to be one of the best ones, and we try to have such a quality experience. So we want to provide the experience where you can meet the right people and build those relationships and just have a great time.
it's the
playing
most fun you'll ever have playing baseball.
Absolutely.
Like I that should be our motto. I don't think it's actually printed anywhere, but this is the most fun you'll have playing baseball.
I love that.
Because I mean, unless you're going to play for the Bananas, those spots are hard to get.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
don't personally want to dance, honestly. I want to have fun playing baseball, but I don't want to have to go put on a dance performance.
Yeah, I went to a game back in the day. It's cool,
Okay,
but
right.
I went before they blew up, actually. But it's just that's its own thing.
Yeah.
It's its own animal. It's huge.
sure.
It's awesome. But yeah, this is the most fun you'll have playing baseball, and that's not coming just from me. I've had so many players text that and
Yeah.
tell us that. And we're gonna have some players on here because it's one thing coming from us. We want you to hear it from the guys that are actually have experienced it.
Yeah.
We want to hear some of the behind the scenes stories and stuff. So that'll be coming soon.
That's a great way to close it out. The most fun you'll ever have playing baseball. All right. Thanks again for coming to hang out with us. We appreciate it. Don't forget that you can find us at www.hangoutleague.com. Our phone numbers, emails are on there. Please give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share. That is super helpful for us, and we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you want to play collegiate summer baseball with the Hangout League, go to our website, click the register now button. Takes 30 seconds, fill out that registration. Someone from the team will reach out to you. That's all you have to do. That's
Love
your
it.
first step. Complete the registration online.
All right. See you next time.
That's all I got.